I continue to dance, I'm still dancing. It's when you stop and then you try to start again. I think that was a lot for Michael. I think that had a lot to do with Michael's demise. He had stopped for 6 years, and all of a sudden they talked him into doing a tour, and he's trying to sing and dance and rehearse in a small amount of time. It was killing him, and it did kill him. That's just my opinion, because that's so difficult. If you stay on top of it, you can continue. It's when you stop. Michael Jordan can't jump in, and he can play basketball, he can do hoops, but he can't, the stamina of trying to get back into the game, oh my God. And you just have to continue. And I continue because when I judge these international street dance battles, the main judges have to do what they call a judge's demo to prove they're worthy of judging. So
that makes sense.
And my judges' demos are on my YouTube channel also.
And you think
changed. My dancing has changed radically over the years. It changes. When I get information, I add that information to my dance. Yet, as I get older, there's certain things I can't do. So I replace them with something else. So my dancing has changed.
You became a social media star by accident.
Yeah, by just, by Babson, a very famous French house dancer who just passed away recently. He was an incredible choreographer. It was a big loss at a very young age. He's the one that I went to his workshop when he was here from Paris, and it was a 2-hour workshop. And at the end of the workshop, he said, I've admired this person in class, and I'm looking around to see who's in class. And he said, Toni Basil's here. And I thought, oh my God. And he said, would you dance for us? And my girlfriend, Christina Benedetti, who had set up the workshop, she looked at me with a look on her face that said, you better dance, bitch. Because she knew I was thinking, oh, can I do this? And I danced. They threw some music on, and he posted it. And that was the first viral video.
Wow.
So you never know when things are going to come along. And social media picked up on it. So they didn't leave me behind. They didn't. They kind of dragged me along kicking and screaming.
And you think that's really was the end of Michael because he took the 6 years off and then they were just...
I think it had to have been so exhausting and so physically taxing. And, he's got to have his hand in it. He's got to be creating it. He's got to be making decisions. He's got to be rehearsing all day. He's got to be dancing like he danced. And he's got to be singing like he's singing. I mean, the amount of energy that it must have taken. And you go home at night and you can't even walk because you're so stiff and sore and hoarse, and you can't sleep. And what does he do to sleep? Something that none of us would do to sleep. But, he started to figure out a way to sleep. Wow, that's pretty dramatic to have to go to sleep that way. So, yes, I do feel as though it was a lot. It's a lot for anybody to put on a show like that. No less to live up to being Michael Jackson. And we have to be Michael Jackson.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
what's the weight of the world? Holy moly, Yeah. See, you can fake singing. You can have some singing, in that you're lip syncing to. If you're too tired, you can kind of balance that out if you need to in a show. But dancing, you got to dance. You got to dance. You can't fake that.
Well,
I can't imagine the physical pain.
Well, to that point, I mean, if he never then went back on tour, I don't know if he was pushed into this, if it was a record, but I mean, he might be here.
Well, I think people, you know, working with him thought it would be a good idea. I mean, he goes on tour, he can make millions, millions. That's a hard little carrot to dangle in front of you. Hey, you can make billions, maybe. You know? I mean, we're not talking about just doing a couple of club dates and making some pocket change. We're talking about a very big money load coming in. So, yeah, it's a hard thing to turn down. And, you know, he was talked into it. And I'm sure he wanted to do it, but I don't think he really realized until he started what it was really going to be like.
And then it's too late to pull out.